Hello, Instagram, and Yahoo! Hello, hello, Facebook land and Instagram land. 7 o'clock, I got here on time. So before I get started, I did put something about this, but this is really something I truly believe in. I said yes is something you would have seen on my other page, the Gwenda Lambert Life Starts Now, as well as Gwenda Connects on Instagram, and hashtag paddles up. This is for a friend of mine. His name's Mike Shorman, theunbalancedpaddler.com, and you can get one of these gorgeous bracelets, and a part of the proceeds goes to support jack.org. And really, it's about supporting mental health and making it something that we focus on a little bit more and removing the stigma. So I did do a post over there, but if you were so inclined to support Mike Shorman, and if you wanted to look him up, theunbalancedpaddler.com, and you can check that out as well. Okay, so getting into this week, I find it really super interesting with the cards this week because, again, I think this is like the second week I felt compelled to go to Doreen Virtue, and I know that those of you in these circles for a while know that she doesn't do anything to do with her angel cards anymore, but I'm sure like a lot of you that's been around for a long time, she was your go-to. This Messages from the Angels is like one of the go-to decks from days gone past, but anyways, I still love them. So the overarching card is Adriana. And Adriana, so we're going to start actually because this is all about I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So let's talk a little bit about intuition and how it shows up in our lives. And, some of the things that I'll be making more videos on as I'm actually committing to this my Life Starts Now business is things like understanding the difference in your belly between excitement and your intuition saying, So if you can't do that, that's all right. There's lots of people that don't even know what that feeling is other than heartburn. So what Adrienne is telling us is that, the other thing is that a lot of times, as my dear friend Linda, the other day we were talking about when you're starting something new, sometimes it doesn't come as fast as you expect. And so it's really quite interesting when we get intuitive hits. When you get the feeling that something's not quite right, you've got to honor that. And then, more importantly, and the scarier part is that when you do get that intuitive flash, that it's like, okay, man, I've got to go and take care of this now. So if anything, let's use this next week. Like, for me, I'm an auditory. For me, it comes in like song titles. If I've been pondering something, it either comes to me first thing in the morning or in the shower or when I'm out walking. That's called diffuse thinking. But again, that's another day we'll get into how your brain actually works. But really, it comes to me in song lyrics. All of a sudden you hear this song and the words that are going on. Now, you may just like the music and you don't necessarily listen to the lyrics, whereas I would definitely listen to lyrics because I'm an auditory. So it's not necessarily just the beat of the song, it's the words and the intention of the song that matters to me. So that's your project, your homework for the rest of this week, is to really just become aware when you are getting an intuitive flash. If you have any questions, please just send me a little note and I'll help you with that. So card number 1 is very exciting, but it's also scary. And this is our Two of Earth, which is change. And look at this. I love this card. You've got the sun, you've got the moon, and you've got the seeds taking root. So the thing is with Earth is that Earth is when we're actually manifesting stuff. So the one thing that's interesting is that you can have an idea and getting it to the point where you can focus on it so much that you can actually make it real is sort of scary, because when you actually manifest things, it can scare the heck out of you, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I made that happen in like 2 days. Today, I had a situation where I use the Psychic Friends Network a lot, but it was really fun because I went to one practitioner and a friend of mine was in the room next door, and I was like, I really hope there's enough time for me to have a little catch up with her. And guess what happened? Magically, she did. So this is, a lot of times you've also got to acknowledge when something is happening and become aware of how effective you are, how powerful you really are. So with Two of Earth is change. So what happens with the change is that we are looking at when we're changing, we can either allow it to happen and embrace it, or we can sort of get scared and run the other way. So with Adriana, as the overarching card at this point, it's not just the fact of the change. You're starting something new. It's the beginning of a cycle. It's really, if anything, your homework this week is getting to know your body and how it responds in certain places. If you, and this is the thing, because while card number 1 is about change, our other 2 cards this week are about how we get in our own way, which is like really exciting. I love how these cards all go together. But with the change, it's going to come. This isn't like a Wheel of Fortune thing where, change is going to happen. This is something that you're manifesting. So this is like a dream that you have that you still have to nurture. So please give yourself the time to nurture. Even if that's 15 minutes a day, where you take 15 minutes, a break in your life, whatever, and just go in and go to a little meditative state where you just focus on how you see that. How does that final product feel, look, smell, taste? If you're trying to build something, what does that feel like? What does that look like? And just spend 10 minutes focused very clearly on what that is. If it's like you doing a video, then you're going to be like, okay, and just picture yourself going, oh, and this is really great. Oh, look, we've got 100 viewers, whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's where I'm going from here. So card number 2 is the 7 of Water, which is excess. So what happens with 7 of Water is our emotions, right? So the 7 again is at the point where you're making things happen. But the thing is with our emotional self, it's really up to you to let the emotions flow, because that emotional expression is what's going to help you create. But at this point, when we get this, we just get the visual on this one, and we have Adriana, which is telling us to pay attention to, that our prayers are coming true. Our path is going to be set, but sometimes it's just as important to take that step back so you're not burning yourself out. Okay, so that you're not giving away your power, so that you're not, I do a power process. If you're interested in this, please let me know and I can email that to you. But this power process is about looking yourself in the eye and calling back your power. So what happens with 7 of Water, that's also saying that basically you might be doing too much, right? You're not taking care of yourself. So your intuitive flash with Adriana may be about the process that you're going through, but it may also be about, you're burning the candle at both ends and you need to take a step back, take a nap. Oh my God. Last night I took a nap at 5 o'clock. I woke up at 10 o'clock last night and then slept through the night. So that's something saying, you're burning the candle at both ends. And when you need to nap, that's also following your intuition. Okay. So not everything is about money. It's about when's your emotional tank need to be refilled, or when is it that you're putting out more than you should be? Now, card number 3 is interesting because this is all 3 aspects of change. Card number 3 is 5 of Earth, which is insecurity. Okay. So, and what happens with any 5 is it's the middle of a cycle, right? So we are, you've passed the honeymoon stage. A lot of times when we start something new, we don't know what we don't know. And so because of that, we don't get in our own way. So you just sort of plow through and it's like, okay, well, I'll figure it out as I go along. Well, now we're at the place where you're figuring it out, and then you're starting to doubt yourself, right? This is the magic part where you're starting to doubt yourself and you're starting to, It's almost like it should be an error card, but it's not showing up as an error. But so here's the thing. You need to change your thoughts. And again, getting back to Adriana, the most important part about this is to know when to take that step back, to know when to actually say, okay, you know what? Thinking this way is not going to help me get what it is that I want. Take that, 5, 10 minutes, 15-minute meditation where you just close your eyes and you see a positive outlook. And if there is those thoughts that are coming into your head that are like overwhelming or doubting or self-doubting, find out where they're coming from, because until we can acknowledge something, maybe it's a past belief that is getting in your way. But again, Adriana this week is asking everybody to be aware of what your habits are. Be aware of when you are not supporting yourself in being the best you and putting the best you out there. Anyways, I love you all and congratulations, Pearl. Anyways, and hello, everybody else that's joining, Melissa and everybody. Thank you so much for your love and support. And we shall see you next week for Tarot Tuesday. Have a great night.